next two boxers into the ring. Please welcome Sergej Drob.
The visitor makes his way towards the ring. He's actually only managed to procure 1 win from 9 fights, I noticed, Spencer.
Yeah, that win coming his second contest, so he's on a string of losses at the moment, and I think he's got a very tough night here tonight against Nathan the Nightmare Decastro as well, so it's a very difficult evening here for Drob this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent facing him across the ring from Bardney in Lincolnshire. Please welcome Nathan Nightmare Decastro!
And this young man making his way to the ring now is coming off a 1-round KO in his debut at this very venue.
Yeah, great, impressive debut that was. First round KO, won it in 105 seconds, I believe. Devastating knockout, and big things expected from Decastro. I'm hearing reports coming from the gym that he's looking fantastic in sparring, so I'm expecting big things here, Ben.
We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight number 2 on our card is a 4 3-minute round contest, a middleweight contest to determine the winner. Introducing first off and boxing out of the blue corner here tonight from Klaipėda in Lithuania. Please welcome Sergej Drob. His opponent facing and chasing him across the ring, boxing out of the red corner here tonight from Bardney in Lincolnshire. Please welcome Nathan Nightmare Decastro! 4 3-minute rounds of boxing. Your referee, Steve Holdsworth.
Spoke earlier, one word, respect for each other, for the rules of boxing and for my commands. Understood? Terrific. Go back to your corners tonight. Touch gloves. Touch gloves. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for these two boys!
Well, big shots going in straight away here from Decastro.
Yeah, he's coming straight out the gate.
Yeah, started very fast here, looking for those big shots over the top, and he obviously knows that Drob has been vulnerable in his last couple of contests and looking to get the job done quite early here, not messing around, really whipping those shots into the body.
Those are hurtful shots to the body, Spence.
They certainly are, just plodding forward, looking for that big right hand. Good solid start here from Decastro.
Doesn't look too clever technically, the visitor, right now. Lunging in with the straight right hand there.
Yeah, Decastro looking for those big hooks over the top again, and Drob already looking in some discomfort here in this opening round.
Absolutely. It doesn't have marathon written all over it at this stage, I have to say.
Certainly doesn't. You see Decastro looking for that right hand again,
the
really whipping those body shots in.
Yeah, absolutely. And that can break you up a lot quicker.
Well, interesting hook comeback there from Drob. A little reminder to Decastro. Caught that one high on the head. Just seemed to stun him momentarily, but fully in control again there in the corner. Decastro really working that body.
I'm hearing this young man put over Chris Eubank Jr. in the amateurs, Spencer.
Well, I've heard those reports as well. Certainly looks like he carries a punch.
Just needs to settle down a bit now, Decastro, and pick his shots. Not smother his work.
Well, that's what it is, Ben. He's just a little bit too eager here. Landing some good shots, but no real fault behind them. Drob just coming with a dangerous looking shot over the top again.
Southpaw left hook went in, but I'll say this for me, he's durable enough, the Lithuanian, Spencer.
Well, he certainly is. He seems he's taking a few shots there. Head's just coming.
Just a little bit of apology there, politeness from the Drob.
Big shots again there from Decastro, and Drob already looking like he's in survival mode, thinking about going down there, Ben.
You could tell him considering it, Spence. The body shots is what's really hurting him, I feel. He's quite well tucked up upstairs. As I say that, he gets nailed. Yeah, massive shot there, and that really took everything out of Drob, and you feel that this is only seconds away from being stopped here. Referee Steve Holdsworth having a close look. Sitting on the rope almost, Drob.
Yeah, certainly feeling the pace here, looking over to...
Rather odd cameo there when Drob looked like he thought Decastro's cornermen were talking to him, giving him advice.
I don't think he quite knows where he is at the moment, Ben, and a great opening round there from Decastro, really working that body well, really opened up fast, didn't he? Driving those shots in from body and head, and Drob, unfortunately, just left to scraps on the outside.
It looks like we're destined for an evening of target practice for Decastro, and it's just a question of how long that the tough Lithuanian can stand up.
Well, I think you're right, Ben. I don't think I can see this one going 4 rounds at the moment. Drob looking in some comfort a couple of times in that opening round, especially those big left hooks to the body seem to be taking everything out of him. He looked to his corner at one point, looked like he was going to get himself out of there, but pulled himself back, come back with a couple of decent shots. But a good opening round from Decastro.
Is Drob blowing a little bit hard after 1 round, Spencer?
Well, I think the body shots, Ben, were the ones that done it. I mean, he really did drive those body shots in Decastro to the rib cage of Drob, and it seems to take the wind out of him.
They take all the air out of you, don't they?
They certainly do.
Round 2 now. Decastro just needs to pick his shots.
Well, that's it, Ben. He just needs to settle down now, pick those shots, look for the single shot. You feel that if he gets it right, he'll find that opening and this contest could be over. At the moment, well, big shot coming back from Drob there. Little reminder again, we saw that in the opening round. And
counter right hand. I think he could use the jab a little more, Decastro. I don't know how you see it.
Well, I think he's just looking to get this job done. He knows he can hurt Drob, and you know, he's only having his second contest, a little bit of inexperience, just trying to get Drob out of there, trying to get him out there with one spectacular shot, and sometimes that's not enough, Ben, and that shot doesn't come.
We call it loading up.
Absolutely. I think he needs to get back to his boxing, doing what he's doing now, behind that jab, setting everything up and looking for those openings. That's what he needs to do.
And to be fair, it actually looks like he's hearing you, Spencer, because I think he's doing that a little bit more now. Settle down a little bit. A little bit careless with that right hand. He's hold it a little higher. He's getting tagged occasionally.
Well, I'd like to see a little bit more lateral movement coming from Decastro, although he really is loading up with those shots.
Yep.
Fortunately for Drob, that right hand fell short because he put everything into that. And this is where you'd like to see him working his way in behind the jab now. Coming, loading up with that right hand. Good body shot gone in, and Drob in a lot of trouble here on the ropes, and the referee taking a close look again, and this could be a matter of time here, Ben.
Certainly could, Spence, but it's a hard way to make a living, isn't it, when you look at the blue corner?
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he really has shipped a lot of punishment in these opening 2 rounds, and, you know, it's been Decastro right from the opening bell.
But he's still there as Decastro continues to stalk. He lands a right uppercut. Decastro mugs and says it didn't hurt.
Yeah. Little bit of kidology going on there. It was a clean shot. Yeah. It marks a little bit of respect coming back there from Decastro. But again, Decastro back in the driving seat.
Another decent-looking screw shot from the Lithuanian.
Well, that was that little reminder. And Decastro's got to be careful here. He doesn't punch himself out. You know, he's in danger of loading up a little bit too much. The pace has slowed a little bit in the second half of this second round.
That's precisely what I was thinking on as regards punching yourself out. There's always a danger.
Yeah, it certainly is. Decastro, you know, only having his second contest, and Drob taking a big right hand there.
And he's made it to the end of the second against my better suspicions at one point.
Yeah, certainly mine as well. Decastro totally dominating right from the opening bell again. Drob, to his credit, taking a few shots and coming back with a nice little uppercut of his own. Just a little reminder to let Decastro know he's still in this contest, but another clear round from Decastro.
Absolutely, no question. And I'd like to ask you about this, Spencer. I feel when a round is that dominant, there's no reason why a referee shouldn't score a 10-8 just because there wasn't a knockdown.
No.
Where do you stand?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I've seen that on many occasions. You know, 10-8 is quite possible. I mean, we've seen 2 clear rounds there from Decastro. Drob.
I'd have scored them both 10-8.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were very decisive, and I think that some of the judges could have gone 10-8. That is quite possible, although there was no knockdown.
For my information, Spencer, can you clear up for me? Do we have scoring judges tonight or just the scoring referee?
I think we have the scoring judges as well for the main contest. I'm not sure if this one's just a scoring referee.
Like the old days?
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, he's loading up a little bit. He's throwing a right hand and a left hook to the body.
Well, you feel that he's just a little keen to get this job done, and a nice shot again there from Drob. A lovely little short left hook over the top, and a reminder, Ben.
Absolutely, that seems to be, he doesn't seem to have much in the way of the jab, the visitor, but he does keep catching with that kind of sucker hook. I don't want to say keep catching him, let's not over stress the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Decastro's taking initiative straight back, landing some good shots.
He's throwing too many lead rights for my liking, Spence.
Well, I think he's loading up a little too much, Ben. He's trying to impress a little bit too much, but a beautiful body shot gone in there. And Drob really felt the weight of that, and again, just lifting the legs up, and this could be moments away from being stopped here. The referee, Steve Holsworth, just taking a close look.
We thought that last time, we hasten to add.
Well, Drob's in danger here. If he doesn't throw something back, the referee's going to have no choice but to stop this contest. Sitting on the ropes way too long, and finally he comes back with something.
And he lands a decent-looking right-hand left hook.
Well, that's because the defence of Decastro is non-existent. You know, I think he's thinking about offence all the time and no defence. Lovely right hook over the top again there, though. Drob looking on unsteady legs at the moment.
Yeah, to be fair to me, he looks teak tough, though, as much as he's taking a shellacking.
Well, I think he knows he's rolling there now, Drob. I think he knows that he's not going to win this contest, and he's gone a little bit into survival mode.
I think he may have known that when he walked out, to be fair.
You're probably right, to be honest. Oh, and again, Decastro just loading up. Needs to pick those shots a little bit more. Look for the openings.
Maybe
just
take a step back.
That's exactly right, Ben.
Watch your head, lads. Let go, Nathan.
And create his own space.
Funny, almost leisurely kind of Sunday stroll kind of look about his boxing, the Lithuanian Drob.
Yeah, as we said, he's just looking to survive now. I think he realises he's been defeated, and he's just looking to hear that final bell. Decastro, on the other hand, is looking to get the job done with one single shot. I think he needs to switch back to his boxing, work everything behind the jab, take half a step back, and be very careful of shots like that.
He looks desperately tired now too, Drob, because of the punishment he's taken. Decent uppercut goes in from the visitor.
Yeah, he lands the occasional decent shot, but now he definitely looks in trouble. Big right hooks going over again, and he could come out.
Nearly landed on us then, Spence.
Yeah, we was moments away from catching him then.
And he sees the end of another round.
Well, amazingly, he's got through that third round, and Decastro again dominating that one, shipping the odd shot, a bit reckless in his defence, but doing everything right as far as the attack goes. He's landing everything. The only thing he hasn't done is managed to knock Drob out at the moment. Drob doing a great job of surviving in there at the moment, but that's about it.
Absolutely. It's an interesting trend in boxing, Spencer, over the last few years that it seems to be the fashion that opposition tends to come from Eastern Europe now, when traditionally in the other, like the Mickey Duff and earlier Frank Warren era, they seem to come from South America. Yeah. Nigel Benn famously called them Mexican road sweepers. Yeah. Have we got another name for our Lithuanian replacements? Can you coin something?
Well, give me a bit of time, Ben. Give me a bit of time. But Mexican road sweepers, mate. If you knew you had one of those, you knew you was in for a tough night. But any guy that come over from South America was a tough guy, and we seem to be finding that out about these Lithuanians as well, don't we?
Absolutely. We now await to see whether Decastro can close the show and preserve a 100 knockout percentage, or whether the stubborn visitor is going to see at the end.
Well, I think that Drob will try everything he can to survive this round out. I think that he's done remarkably well to be here in this 4th round. He's shipped a lot of punishment. Decastro's done everything but knock him out. He's really loaded up with those shots to the body and the head, and he started this 4th round the same way.
Is it frustrating to fight these guys that come to survive, drawing on your own experiences as a pro?
It's more difficult to knock them out. That's the thing. If someone comes to survive, it's very difficult because they don't take that chance. They just look to cover up, and it's difficult to find those openings, as Decastro's finding out here.
Absolutely.
But this will be a great learning curve for Decastro. You know, second fight in against a tough guy that knows how to mess him around, counter punch with the odd decent shot.
And it's going to do him so much more good than what looked like the 1st round blowout would have done him.
Absolutely, yeah, no, he got that on his debut, which is great, you know, spectacular first win. But now this is like welcome to the professional ranks of boxing. You know,
decent
finding
right hand.
out, you know, what it's all about. But a body shot going in there.
He takes a little jig, Drob.
And again, Decastro giving it everything here in this 4th round, trying to get this stoppage. Drob, we heard screaming over in the corner there, you know, when the body shot went in. To his credit, he stayed up then.
He deserves every penny of that purse he's getting, whatever it might be.
He certainly does, and I can guarantee you one thing: when he wakes up tomorrow, he's going to have some very sore ribs.
Undoubtedly. Still a bit of game resistance, and he tries to throw the backhand from a southpaw stance. I don't think he switched as much as just found himself in that stance as he went backwards.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Goes for a little walk again. And again we see that counter hook attempt. Span himself round trying that shot.
Well, it was a big right hand seemed to land
Thank you.
as he was throwing the shot that seemed to swing him round. Fortunately for Drob, it wasn't 3 inches higher, it would have been straight on his chin. But he's done remarkably well again in this round, Drob, to survive. I mean, some of the body shots he's shipped have really been punishing, and you know, credit to Decastro, certainly looks a great prospect.
And he really craves this stoppage here tonight, doesn't he, Spence?
He's giving it everything, isn't he? He's trying to load up with every single shot that he throws. He's just not picking the shots enough.
Gets caught again for the middle.
Again, that little reminder just to say, listen, there's 2 of us in this ring.
And I think this is going to go the distance now, almost certainly.
Well, you think Drob deserves to get that final bell, to be fair. He really has shipped a lot of punishment. Lovely shot again through the middle there, and Drob just sagging to the ropes there.
Still the game defiance comes back as he clips him with a left hand.
Yeah, one tough customer, and you know, great performance there by Decastro, dominating every round, but credit where credit's due. Drob,
and I think the only intrigue will be quite how wide the scoring margin is in this one.
Well, yeah, I think it's quite clear cut that Decastro's won every single round.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'd agree, both boxers deserve one hell of a round of applause. Give it up for these 2 lads, come on! Make some noise for these boys. Both boxers please to the centre of the ring, to your referee. By a score of 40 points to 36, your winner, and boxing out of the red corner here tonight. Please give it up for Nathan Nightmare Decastro! Give a big round of applause, please, for our opponent boxing out of the blue corner. I've got to say, he went through a lot of punishment there, but he stayed in there with him. Give it up for Sergej Drob, please, as he leaves the ring now.